This year's Male Athlete of the Year is certainly a deserving recipient of this award. He is a multi-sport athlete who excels at all of his athletic endeavors. He possesses natural talent, but he also works hard to further develop his skills and abilities. He wants to get better, and this drive has helped him to be an integral part of the teams that he played on this year. Whether it be extra time in the gym or the weight room, he is always committed to being the best he can be athletically. He is a competitor and always wants to win, and you see this once he gets on the court, even in intramurals. He was certainly noticed this year by opposing teams, and he would always be someone who they knew they had to focus on if they hoped to beat Garden City. I was fortunate enough to coach him on the Varsity boys volleyball team the last 2 years. He has certainly improved and progressed, and was one of the main reasons for our success during these 2 years. As a grade 12 player, he was a leader on the court, both in practice and during games, with his competitive attitude and his desire to win. He played the left side, where he was always a threat, and often ended rallies in our favor with a crushing kill. His great jumping ability allowed him to play high above the net and beat the block on the other side. Both defensively and offensively, he was a huge contributor to the team's success. He also possessed one of the toughest serves in the league. His spin serve could be the difference in some games. The velocity at which he could deliver a service ace and make any pass difficult helped the team to many victories through the season. He was voted a graduating All-Star and was one of the best left side hitters in the province. He helped the team win many matches in K-Pac and tournament play this season, which kept us ranked in the top 10 all year. He certainly helped us to get to the quarterfinals at provincials, and a tough 17-15 loss in the 5th set was the closest that Garden City has come to reaching the Final Four in volleyball. It was a very tough loss for the team to accept. It will be difficult to replace his presence on the team next year, but hopefully he has set a standard that others can strive to achieve. I'd now like to call upon his basketball coach, Phil Penner.
Sorry, Justin.
He was captain of our varsity boys team that won the K-Pac championship and made the Final Four. He's not only one of the top defensive players on our team, but he was a premier defensive player in the province. He's one of our top rebounders that led us in offensive rebounding. He was a player of the game at the Brid tournament in Saskatoon, and he was also selected to the graduating All-Star team. His value to our team this year is something that's kind of hard to measure. When you're primarily a defensive player, you don't get a ton of awards, and you don't get a lot of stats. And to the casual observer who only looks at how many points you score, a lot of times your contributions go unnoticed. What I can tell you is his defensive versatility allowed us to match up with any team in the province this year. There were numerous times that he was the only guy on our team who could guard the other team's top player, and that he could hold him to 15 or 20 points, and if we had to put anyone else on him, that guy was going for 35 or 40. So his defensive ability was incredibly valuable. His ability to offensive rebound was also extremely valuable. His offensive rebounds resulted in layups, open threes, fouls on the other team, and all those possessions are usually the thing that help you to beat the top teams. Even all the energy that you have to expend guarding the other team's best player, fighting over screens, and chasing down rebounds is all energy saved for the top scorer so they have the legs to shoot the ball. In short, he does all the little things that help you to win games. And that's probably about the biggest compliment that any coach can give to any player. He was also one of the leaders in terms of our team-first attitude this year. One of the biggest problems that you face in varsity is when your grade 12s come back with the disease I call "I want to be the man-itis." When they're more worried about how many minutes they play, their own stats, and their own awards. Nothing kills your team more than that. I give him a ton of credit this year because he realized his strengths, how he could help the team, knew that other than the coaches, he's probably not going to get a ton of recognition for it, but not only accepted his role and he embraced it, and it's certainly one of the biggest reasons why we had such great team chemistry and had such a successful year. It's been an honor and privilege to coach him the last 2 years. I'd like to wish him all the best in the future and expect to see him around helping out practice next year if you're in Winnipeg. And it gives me great pleasure to present the Athlete of the Year award to Justin Omaga.